Hello and welcome to the eFresh.com Meat, Poultry and Egg News. Today is the 18th of November. My name is Kim and these are this week's headlines. Measures to block risky U.S. beef. E. coli outbreak traced to untested beef. Working on exporting pork products. Low grain price saves piggeries bacon. Cambodia signs livestock deal with Britain. President Ma Ying-jeou promised measures to block high-risk U.S. beef parts from hitting the Taiwan market, but the main opposition party accused him of being insincere. The Democratic Progressive Party vowed all-out efforts to organize a massive protest in Taipei against what it called U.S. toxic beef imports, ahead of a legislative meeting for revising food laws to addressing the controversy. The DPP claimed that Ma and the ruling Kuomintang are trying to adopt a revision that seems to enable a technical ban on high-risk U.S. beef parts, but in fact will give the imports unrestricted access to the Taiwan market. If the KMT version is adopted during a legislative meeting, the DPP will take further actions. A deadly outbreak of E. coli has been traced to a large producer of ground beef in New York that stopped its testing and ingredients years ago under pressure from beef suppliers. A facility in Asheville, owned by the company AFA Foods, recalled more than 500,000 pounds of ground beef after it was linked to an outbreak that had killed 2 people and sickened an estimated 500 others. Trader Joe's, an upscale chain, said that it had stopped buying ground beef from the New York plant and was initiating discussions with other suppliers to have grinders test the trimmings they use in making ground beef. Trader Joe's, a privately held company with more than 325 stores in 25 states, said it would consider conducting such tests itself through a third party if the grinders refused. Despite having little government subsidy, the swine industry is the second leading contributor to Philippine agriculture after rice. About 71% of hogs are raised in backyard farms and the rest are in commercial farms. The strong growth in demand for pork has the potential to increase income opportunities and alleviate poverty among rural and agricultural households in the Philippines, where poverty remains high. Even as the swine flu scare continues to hang over the Philippines, the Bureau of Animal Industry is trying to respond to the request of local hog sector to work on immediately clearing Mindanao of all hog diseases so that it can proceed with its derailed plan to start exporting pork products. It will prioritize the testing of hogs in Mindanao for any possible infection from the Ebola restin virus strain and other hog diseases. Western Australia's pig producers are reaping the rewards of low grain prices and greater farm gate returns after a bumper recovery of the industry. 12 months ago, the pork industry suffered a mass exodus of farmers as high grain prices and low farm gate returns meant pig farm numbers fell from 360 to 160 in 2009. In a fortunate turnaround for the remaining pig producers in the state, grain prices almost halved since this time last year, meaning farmers spend less on inputs while meat prices remain high. Meanwhile, pork consumers have been assured of stable ham and pork prices over Christmas and the upcoming Chinese New Year, despite a fall in supply from producers, which would usually drive up prices. Cambodia's Mong Rethi Group and British farming firm Lordswood Farm Limited have inked a deal to jointly set up a $27 million cow and goat farm in Cambodia. The deal was announced by Eblex, a British government-backed organization that brokered the deal between the two countries. The farm will produce beef, dairy, and goat products for the local market. Eblex's export manager, Jean-Pierre Garnier, said the deal was an important step for Cambodia to move from being a meat importing nation to potentially exporting in the future. He added that no live animals would be shipped, but that $1 million worth of bovine semen and embryos would make the trip from the UK's Lordswood farm under a separate agreement. Thank you for watching the eFresh.com Meat, Poultry and Egg News. See you next time.